Hi, I'm Laura and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a pick a card reading for what you've learned this year. What messages did 2020 have for you? What have you learned this year? And have you learned it yet? So this is all about what this year of growth was for you. Okay. All right. Feel which cards feel good for you, pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. And when you're ready, pick a pile and then move forward. And always remember that if you don't like what you heard, just leave it. If you do like what you heard, cool, keep it. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You have the power to control your future and change it. So if there's something that you don't like in your reading, you are in complete control to be able to change it. It's really fine that I'm using the word control because I don't usually, but you have free choice and will to make the appropriate changes that you want to. All right, so starting off with pile 1. Okay, so pile 1, it sort of seems super appropriate for pile 1. So this is the Fool card, okay? So for 2020, you might have sort of been in this very this childlike energy, this very not really knowing what you're doing and maybe just going through your everyday life as kind of like a, I want to sing like la-di-da, like I don't really know what's happening. As you can see, she's literally about to fall off the cliff because she's not watching where she's going. So you might have just sort of taken this year as a write-off. You might have just sort of taken it as you know what, fuck it, this year's screwed up anyways, I'm just gonna go off into my own little world, and that's okay. Honestly, that is okay. It's also all about new beginnings, okay? So this year was probably a lot of firsts, and I know anyone who's in business for themselves, anyone who's in school, depending on how old you are when you're watching this reading, we had to make a lot of changes this year. We had to adapt and change and evolve a lot this year, okay? So for you, group number 1, for starting off, yeah, it was a brand new beginning, and for most of the year, you might have felt like you had no idea what you were doing, okay? Now, also, if at any time in this reading, you're I don't feel like I've gone through any of this, and I'm still feeling like I'm the fool, that's okay. We still have... it's November now when I'm doing this card reading. I'll probably have it posted before the end of November. So, and we also have all of December. So maybe all of your growth is happening in these last month and a half, these last 40 days. Okay? So, what lessons is group 1 learning? Cool. Okay. Super fun, super, super fun. Anything else? I feel no? Okay. Ooh, super interesting. Okay. All right. So, I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but, one of the piles in my What 2020 Holds actually got a lot of these same cards. So if you happen to watch both videos and you pick the piles that coordinate with the duplicate cards, I would say that is just reconfirming that, first of all, you picked the right pile. There's no right or wrong pile either. But that your journey is continuing. It's not as if the year ends and you're okay, good, I learned everything, I did everything, it's over. So yeah, so if you've gotten multiple cards in my readings, just know that you're still working through those, but you've got it, you're good. So to start off, you got the Cosmic card, okay? So this is all about devotion, potency, making your life a moving prayer. So this is all about moving into that dance with life, really making every single thing you do from a place of giving, from a place of love, from a place of higher service, okay? So that doesn't mean that you have to, again, wear yourself out, but it's all about that and it's also, I think, the curiosity of the Fool here is bringing forward that love, that divine love of just making every part of your life like a dance, okay? Like a dance or a meditation or a peaceful moment, just finding the good in everything, finding the gratitude in everything, and really, really opening yourself up to that like cosmic love. It's also lifting the veil. So questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Okay. So this is talking about, this year has probably been a really big, these were already jumping off, so I feel like they want to come out. It was probably a really big year for you of really looking at the world and seeing like, what do I love? What do I hate? What do I want to change? What do I want to keep? On the bigger scale of like the world as a whole, and on like a personal level in your day-to-day life, even like just like in your bedroom. What makes you happy in your bedroom? What doesn't make you happy? If you're in school, what makes you happy in school? What doesn't? If you're at work, what makes you happy at work? What doesn't? In your relationships, what makes you happy? What doesn't? And like anything that's out of alignment, anything that you feel is weighing you down, it's about letting that go. You also got the Seas of Mintaka, okay? So, hold on. I don't know how, that's so funny. You guys saw me shuffle that, okay? So, that's funny. Actually, I want to flip those up just so that I remember to talk about the bottom card, because I feel like that's important for you guys too. So, the Seas of Mintaka, okay? So seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. This is a lot of this year. There's probably a lot of awakening for you. And that also might be why you feel like the Fool. Feel like the beginner, because you're on this path that's not familiar to you. It's new to you. It's something, this whole year was all about you really pulling back those curtains. And really seeing what in your life fit and what no longer fit, and no longer going with like the status quo, really sort of breaking out and sort of really just embracing who you are, which is this new phase of life, of this new cycle of essentially the Fool. But the Fool is also like the optimism, the child, the new beginnings. You also have the Courageous Peony, so multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen, okay? So this new version of you, like that, whatever you've been accumulating this whole year, whoever you've been growing into this whole year, I just heard like, let your freak flag fly. But it's like, weirdos aren't weird to the weirdos, okay? Like, let yourself be weird, let yourself be strange or crazy. Weird actually just means of spirit. It means that you're on your path. It means that you're on your purpose. When you are being weird, it's actually just you following your unique path. So be weird. Take it as a compliment, okay? And let yourself be seen, okay? I'm really hearing the like, let yourself be seen and let yourself continue to unfold. If you think of yourself as like a peony or a rose or any type of flower, and think that constant blooming, really, really let yourself constantly bloom. You also have all paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Okay, so this is like, I think that this is a returning to yourself. This is a returning to your soul state, your soul self, returning to that version of you who is free of judgment, who's free of shame, who's free of blame, letting go of regret, letting go of guilt. I think this will probably be translating and following through into 2021. But again, you are safe to be yourself, okay? And you are safe to follow your passions. You're safe to follow the things that make you happy. So the last card that you'd got from this first bunch before I started pulling more was baby steps. Action, follow your intuition even before it makes sense, okay? So that's really it. Like, just follow this person that you are becoming. You're tapping into, with this card here, with the Seeds of Mintaka, you're tapping into your starseed self. So you're tapping into your soul self. You're tapping into the wisdom and the power that you had before this incarnation on earth, that universal knowledge that you have access to, that like wisdom of the universe that you can access, that you have started to wake up to that. I don't necessarily feel like you're there yet of making sense of it, but you're on the path to making sense of it, and just hang out a little bit longer and you will start making sense of it, and it will start like blowing your mind. Anyways, you've also got time to decide, options, and light and love. Okay? I want you guys to go and watch my 2021 reading, see what pile you pick, see if these cards all pop up again for you, because literally 3 of these popped up in another reading of mine. So I'm curious if that's just like, because this is 2020, that was 2021, if it's just that sort of continuation and that flow. All right. Oh, I wanted to talk about the bottom card here. So we have books, okay? So I'm getting, whether it be books, whether it be YouTube videos, whether it be TikToks, do some more research. Really, if this interests you, if learning about your starseed self and your inner self and connecting in with your wisdom and like finding your way back to like your authentic self, if all of that intrigues you, follow me on Instagram, follow me, subscribe to my channel, drop some comments in the thing of what you want to learn more about, and I will make some videos on those now that I'm making videos. But read some books, okay? I'm also going to have some videos coming out of different books that can help you find yourself, awaken old knowledge, really tap into sort of like the depths of your soul, really illuminate the things in your life that maybe haven't been mainstream. So I think some reading or some watching of some shows or anything like that. Also, Gaia, it's basically like the spiritual Netflix, great resource for learning more. I think it's like $14 a month Canadian. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I forget. Okay, anyways, if you guys are interested, it's there. You can look it up. If you're in the States, it's cheaper for you. My little tiny bitterness about like the worth of our dollar. Anyways, we are going to pull from Gabby Bernstein, fantastic author. So, the quality in sound probably went really downhill just now, but my battery died, and I want to finish this instead of waiting for that to charge, and then I'm gonna run out and get another battery. Okay, so we were on pile 1, so I apologize for the sound change and all that kind of stuff, but I want to get this done. So you got the it's good to feel good. You also got, I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. And then you got, when I introduce joy to a situation, I change the vibrational frequency of what's happening around me. And you got, the universe has big plans for me and it's time to claim them. All right. Now that I'm starting over, I feel like this is, oh, the coloring of this is awful. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm like, it feels funny to like stop and then start again and only like pull 4 cards. But I hope this resonates. Yeah. All right. That was pile number 1. This feels incomplete somehow. I might pull another card randomly. No. For you guys, hopefully it won't be so disjointed. Just remember, this is a new beginning. And if you guys are wanting a 2021 reading, feel free to reach out to me and we can set that up. Okay. All right, next up is pile 2. You might have noticed, if you're just jumping from the beginning to now, that the quality of my camera has drastically dropped. And hopefully the sound isn't too bad. My camera battery died and I wanted to finish this, so I'm recording it on my phone, and my phone does not have the greatest camera. So, pile number 2. Okay. Ooh. Well, this is me. It's not me, but it is me. It's like, if you do like your numerology with tarot cards, mine is a strength card. So, you guys are the strength card. All right. You know what? I'm going with like super basic here, but like this year for you was probably a year that you had to be really strong. Like you really had to step up and be that leader, but also be like solid, be really, really grounded, be really, really centered, and really, really find yourself. Like you really had to do the work to find yourself this year. This is the energy that I'm getting from you guys is that I think you might just be a little worn out. I think you might be a little tired from being strong all the time. And I'm going to dive right into self-care cards because I'm really getting this big message that you need some self-care. Okay. I was doing this whole reading as like, what did 2020 mean for you? I think you guys know what it meant for you. I don't think you guys need cards to tell you what lessons you learned this year. I think they were very like in your face, sort of lessons. So I'm just going to give you some self-care and then we'll go from there. Yeah, this is definitely, look at that. That's like way too many, but that's okay. So first off, you got connect with your ancestors. Then you got take a walk. You got movement. Music. I'm going to say dance. Sex. Sing. And soak in a bath. Okay? So you guys just need to you need to take some time for yourself, okay? This may also be, this connect with your ancestors, may also be like talking to your family, okay? Connect with your family, let your family know that you're struggling, like talk to or confide in your friends, talk to your families. But take a walk, get out in nature, enjoy the scenery, realize that the world is so much bigger than just the problems that you're currently dealing with, and take a bath. Light some candles, have some crystals, drop in some Epsom salts, essential oils, whatever, and just have a bath. Music, dance, movement. You don't actually have dance here, but you do have movement. So sing, movement, music. Allow your body to move. We store so much stress in our bodies. So just turn on some music, sing along, sing into your hairbrush, and allow yourself to move, whether it be yoga, whether it be a walk, whether it be just dancing like a lunatic, like do whatever you've got to do, but give yourself that time, and sex. Whether you have a partner or not, have some fun. All right, you guys. All right. Let's see. What lessons? Which one? Neither. This guy. Okay, what lessons did you learn this year? What lessons did pile number 2 learn? Thought they were all going to come out for a second. Okay, yeah, so you guys felt a lot like this year you were drowning, like you were falling, but I think you've sort of you've gotten past the breaking point, you've gotten through the acceptance, you're receiving your gifts now, you're recognizing how far you've come, you're seeing like the silver lining. You were able to be there for the people that you needed to be there for. You're accepting that help. You actually might even be finding love. So if you guys haven't been having sex, you might be finding that love. If you're too young, just ignore that part. All right. Yeah, I'm definitely getting some love vibes here with these guys over here. Apparently there's a lot there. Okay. Yeah, definitely connecting in with your spirituality. You're connecting in with like your higher self. You're sort of finding and locating that heaven that makes you happy. I think that was the way they said they were done. Okay, cool. All right. How much time? Okay, I got time. I don't have a lot of space on my phone either, so I'm like hoping my battery charges for group 3. Okay, so let's just go for this because I sort of did that while I was going. Okay, so yeah, so you had a lot of this year, probably felt like you were falling a lot, felt like you were like in the sort of like this bardo, this void, this like in-between state of like everything's falling apart, but like everything's sort of falling together, and it's just realizing that in the darkness you can find the light. Okay. You've also got fire and ice, so you're having like balance, you're having harmonies, but you're also having like clashes, and it's just sort of like not rising above it, but realizing when you can blend things. Okay, when you can like create something new, sort of have that transformation energy. You may be wanting to be invisible right now or wanting some extra protection. Call on your ancestors. They're here to help you, as well as like your angel teams, your spirit guides, all of this. You are surrounded. You are deeply protected and deeply loved. That's also why you're going through all of the trials that you're going through and coming out on the other side stronger, okay? You might have felt like you reached your breaking point, but you also came out on the other side. The moment that you decided to surrender and just sort of accept where everything was going, that is when you were really able to receive the help that you needed. And if you haven't fully reached that yet, know that you can receive that love. You can receive that help. It's all there for you, especially divine intervention, okay? Hand over any of your woes, hand over any of your troubles, anything that's bothering you, hand it over to God, hand it over to the universe, source, angels, hand it over, because it will be, you will be receiving those gifts, and you're a hero in people's eyes, okay? I'm also getting that like you might, there's some things that you're burning through. There's some things that you're burning away. And in that burning, it may feel very, very hot. You might be going through a lot of pressure. You might be feeling like you're being burned. But it's all going to clean itself up for you, and you're going to have, it's going to get better. Like all this, like the strength card is there for a reason. Like it wasn't like your year was shit. It might have felt really hard. It might have felt really difficult. You might have dealt with a lot. But like it was all preparing you to answer the call. Okay, it's all preparing you to get more in touch with your soul, and you were letting go of so much this year that was no longer serving you. And it's like, stop overthinking. Okay, stop overthinking. Just keep facing your true north. Just keep facing that, like going forward. Like you're already doing it. Like everything that you're doing is already making progress. You're probably sitting here being like, no, there's still so much more I have to do, and like I have to change it, and like whatever. No, what you need to do is you need to go and listen to some music, sing, move your body, soak in a bath, have some great sex, take a walk, like call your mom. Yeah, like, and you're creating all this struggle, all of this hurt, all of the pain that you've been experiencing this year. It's all just bringing you back to finding your own inner heaven as well as your outer heaven. Okay. Yeah, Akasha, you are divinely guided. Okay, you are tapping into like your soul guidance, your soul knowledge. This is all just for your growth. Everything that's happened. You're breaking the chain. Okay, you're breaking the chain. You're healing your ancestral patterns. You're rewriting your future. You're really, this whole year for you has been growth. Okay, like we're changing the strength card. We're calling it the growth card. Like you have been growing exponentially. Okay, like some other piles of different readings that I've done have been kind of like, like you're dipping your toe into your growth. Like no, you guys were like full in, like lesson, learning. And that's not always the easiest thing. It's not always the most pleasant thing either, but it's about finding what's inside. Yeah, this is like, again, this is just repeating what I'm saying, but like you're releasing your soul patterns, your contracts, your past lives, like you're unbound, okay? You are like, you're breaking that chain. You're setting yourself free. So I want you to like change your mindset around what this year has been for you and fill up your well, okay guys? Fill up your well. Like, I can't say it enough, but like you need to like just take care of yourself right now. Have some fun with taking care of yourself. Enjoy yourself. And like you're not alone. Okay? Again, ancestors, like your ancestors have some messages for you, okay? And this may be like blood related ancestors from like this lifetime, like your genealogical like backtracking, or this could be soul families. This could be like your starseed connections. This could be like universal knowledge that you're tapping into. It's not just like your grandparents or your great grandparents or your great grandparents. It's like you're tapping into the stars up here, okay? Like it's it's there for you, and you're tapping into it much more, yeah, you're birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being, okay? So, like, you guys, like, you're good, okay? It's been hard. It's been a journey. This whole year has been a journey, but, like, you're good to go. Let's give you, like, a little, like, quote or a little, like, thought to leave yourself with. When I'm tuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. Okay? So stop tuning into the energy of stress. Stop tuning into the energy of overwhelm. Take care of yourself. Like, take care of yourself. And tune into that energy of abundance. Tune into that energy of being abundant. And then you become abundant. Okay? When I live and act from a place of spiritual alignment, I can trust that everything is working out for me, even if I don't know when or how it will happen. Okay. Also, compared to pile 1, you guys had a very, like, messy spread. And I think that's very accurate for you guys. So maybe clean up a little bit, figure out what you can let go of in your day-to-day life, figure out what material possessions as well as, like, thoughts, belief systems that you're able to let go of, and just start cleaning everything up, because I think 2021 for you guys is going to be huge, in a really, really good way. So yeah, if you want to know about your 2021 that's coming up, I do have a reading posted of your 2021. So let me know if you've ever watched it. Let me know how this resonated with you. If you want a private reading, by all means, send me a message. Subscribe, comment below. You know the jazz. We've all been on YouTube for years. So yeah, and just sounds super cheesy, but stay strong. You've got this. And we are back with group number 3. Today has been a funny video because my battery died, and then my other camera was full, or like my phone was full, and now we're here. So group number 3, I did pull some of your cards already, but I have not looked at them. Okay, so group number 3, here we go. So you have the Hanged One. So this is in traditional tarot, it's the Hanged Man, but we're going for genderless, or like the Hanged One. Anyway, we are going for the Hanged One. So this is actually a funny card, because when you first looked at it, you're like, or at least like I usually first, like when I look at it, I'm like, oh my god, like she's hanging upside down, or like what is going on? Like that's not comfortable. But like this card is all about like finding your inner peace no matter what is happening. Like even when you're hanging upside down from a tree, she's like super zen, she's super chill, like she's got this. You're like, no, like you know what? Like 2020 was crazy, but like I found my zen. Like I meditated, I developed the self-care, I put up boundaries. So like your year this year has probably been, you went with the flow. You went with the flow and you figured out how to find your inner peace even when the world was going crazy. All right. So we also have the Beauty card. We have Dance of the Planets. This is so funny. Yeah, you're like, I found my self-care. You're like, I found the beauty in the situation. Like I went inside, I figured it out. Like I found my outer beauty as well as my inner beauty. Dance of Planets. Like you're like, yeah, I connected in with my spirituality. You're like, I connected in with my community. You're dancing. You're dancing through this year, okay? So maybe that's physical dancing, maybe it's just like dancing, like contemplative, okay? So like you took the time to sit back, you took the time to chill. Yeah, Tower of Magnificence. This is literally all saying the same thing, but like you took the time, like I'm putting, compared to pile number 2, no, like nothing bad about pile number 2, but they were all over the place, like everywhere. And of course I'm laying the cards, but I follow the energy. You're very, like you got your ducks in a row, like you figured your shit out, okay? Yeah, you took a break, and even take a break. Like life's a work, not a season, get off the treadmill, okay? So you didn't fall. Sorry, I am having super massive ringing in my ears, and I don't ever have that. At least not like that. Anyways, yeah, so like you realized that this year for you was about taking care of you. Okay, you stopped trying to follow everyone else. You stopped trying to I'm getting that you also stopped going into the fear. You stopped falling into the overwhelm, into the stress. You really found that like inner zen, and now you're just watching everything. You're like sitting up on your throne, on your tower, hanging upside down from a tree, but like you're in your zen. Okay, yeah, age of life. Like you've been training for this for lifetimes. Okay, pile number 3, like 2020 was not a big deal for you. Like you were like, I've got this. I have my routines. I have my tools. I have my I've learned my lessons. You're like, I'm good. Like you're literally grooving. Like you're dancing. Like you're just, yeah. So this is the initiation, the rite of passage. Like you're going somewhere sacred. Okay. Part of that is the journey inward, and it's now going to be flowing outward. As this year comes to a close, you're really going to be seeing that coming to your inner world. The inner peace will be coming to your outer world as well, if it has not already. Warrior woman, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? Okay. I'm getting that this is probably about a shift in career. I feel like everybody's shifting careers right now, but this is about like if you weren't afraid. So like maybe you would speak up about some of these things. Maybe you would talk about your meditation. Maybe you would talk about your different routines. Activate earth, power lines, ley lines, trust where you're led. Okay? So trust where you're going, trust that you're being led, you're divinely led. But yeah, like you're already, like, I don't even feel like I need to do this reading. I feel like you're going to be like, yeah, I got like, you're going to be like, not those cards for whatever reason. You're going to be like, you're like, yeah, I've got my tarot deck, like I've pulled it out, like I've already read for myself, and like you're just confirming what I already knew. Like you're already on your path, and you're doing it beautifully because you have worked on your inner self. This whole year has been about inner growth, okay? And you've gotten to a place where you're like super comfortable. You're in sync with the moon. Like you're looking to the stars. Maybe you've gotten into card readings. Maybe you've gotten into astrology. Maybe you're learning all about like tracking your cycle and tracking the moon cycles and like making your new moon wishes and you're like your full moon releasing and like understanding what eclipses means and like you're getting. Do you mind? Can we just stay on the clothing? Yeah, you're in touch. Like you're like I'm done. Like I don't even need to read anything. Like this year for you has been. These are self-care cards, and I usually treat them as self-care, but I'm just treating them as messages. Like, sweet treat, okay? Like, you're a sweet treat. You're like, I've got this. I figured out, like, you're like, I'm okay. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, so you have dance and keep breathing, okay? The keep doing what you're doing card has already been taken by one of the other decks, or one of the other card pulls, but, like, honestly, like, just keep doing what you're doing. Okay, actually, I will say I am getting the message, like, you've been doing a lot of inner work, like, you took your break, like, you've been training for this for a lifetime. This initiation, though, you need to start taking a little bit more action. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get stressed out. Like, don't freak out. Like, don't lose your zen. You do need to take a little bit of action. Yeah. Inner tempo devotion, tune into the portal of your heart, okay? And action does not always mean going for like a jog or a run or the equivalent of a run in like in work or whatever. It can mean like tuning inward and doing the work inside and then having that action flow out. So the ever unfolding rose cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you. Okay, so if any old patterns are still playing out, if you're still going through anything that hasn't fully cleaned itself up yet, this is hilarious. If anything hasn't fully been cleaned up yet, like that's happening. It's cleaning up and it's just those final lessons. Every single day is a lesson, every single lifetime, or every single year of your lifetime, every single moment is a lesson in itself. But yeah, like it's not happening to you. It's happening for you. You're growing, you're unfolding, it's going to be beautiful. I don't know if this is just because my energy is coming through in this reading because I am reading for such a large group, or if a lot of you are Mintalkin. Because I also just got the Mintalkin card. I'm definitely going to have to do a video on the Starseed Soul Family Mintaka, or Mintalkin. But this could also be like you're longing for home, okay? You're longing to belong. It's the original light workers. Like we came down to help transform the planet, and if you are a Mintalkin Starseed, you find it very hard to understand how people can hurt each other and how people can be mean to each other, how people can manipulate each other. you just don't get it. You just don't understand it. And that also might be why you're so connected and why you're so zen. Is because we do have a very, very deep connection to our roots. We have a very deep connection to our consciousness. And it doesn't take a long time for Mintakans to wake up. I sort of feel like most Mintakans have been pretty awake their entire life. They've just often been taught to ignore their own intuition. So this might also be a big year of you opening your intuition. Yeah, and then I just got the Trust the Niggle card. So like, what is your intuition trying to tell you? Like, trust your intuition, follow your intuition. Yeah, you're calling in your soul family. So this year has been a lot of, you've got it though. Like, you've got your routines in place. Like, yeah, you've got your awakening happening. Like, you've got it all. You just need to keep doing what you're doing. Okay? Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, like Miria, like you're creating heaven on earth. You're waking up to that consciousness of love. Yeah, peace, harmony, contentment. Like, I'm just repeating myself now. I don't know. I feel like get naked. Take off your layers because my shirt or my sweater is refusing to stay up. Yeah, your wish is coming true. Celebrate your success. So like everything that you've been working towards, everything that you've been working on yourself with, like all of that is happening for you. And this whole year has just been an accumulation of that. Yeah, manifest. Whatever you desire is on its way. Joy, your inner child is here to play. And change. New season of life. Okay? So this year has been a lot of you accepting yourself, you embracing yourself, you getting, I'm getting it's the getting really comfortable with yourself, okay? Understanding that, yeah, maybe you're a little weird. And I think I literally just said this in one of my other groups, or I'm having complete deja vu. But weird just means that you are on purpose. Okay, it means that you are following your purpose. And your purpose is to experience bliss and to experience joy and to experience pleasure and to have the best life possible and to be in love and have love and receive love and give love. And it's like you've got this. Like you know what you're doing. Just keep doing it. Ask for help when you need help. Really connect into like the earth and the earth rhythms. Like you're dancing with the planets, so you're dancing on cosmic levels. You're also dancing on earth levels. Like you're creating this overview of being able to see like being able to see what's going on. That like bird's eye view. Okay, it's also a very Mintakan trait. It's Alright, let's just see if there's like a message or a quote or something for you. Appreciation dissolves all blocks to the presence of my super attractive power. Okay, so this is going back, I don't know where the card went now that I've been cleaning these up, but this goes back to, I don't know what connection I was going to make there. It's gone. I left my head. You understand it. Let me know in the comments. It just goes back into like the more you appreciate and the more you stay your path, the faster you're going to get where you want to go. And you're already on your path. Like you've got this, okay? Like you seriously keep taking care of yourself. Oh yeah, find the lesson in whatever is coming up for you, okay? It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Find the lesson, find the silver lining, and that will make your life 10 times easier. But this whole year has been you finding the silver lining, okay? So just do it a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer because you are going to get to that place that you need to go. Where is she going? Where is she going? You know what? King of Pentacles. Like this is, yeah, you're going to that success. Okay, this is literally like success in a card. So like, yeah, keep your zen because you're getting your success. I just realized how annoying I am with flipping these cards, but that's okay. I love myself anyways. If you'd like a personal reading, feel free to reach out in my Instagram DMs or email me. Yeah, subscribe, drop a comment below if this resonated. If it didn't resonate, that's okay. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. And if you'd like a 2021 year ahead spread, by all means, shoot me a message and we can totally set that up. And yeah, I hope you have a beautiful day. Okay, bye.